Everybody is laughing, others are shocked that the governor of Siaya, Senior Counsel, James Orengo, his security has been withdrawn. Orengo has been in politics for quite some time. He was among the young Turks that fought the Moi regime. He at one time went against the grain and challenged Raila Odinga on an SDP ticket, presidential ticket. Later he joined Raila Odinga. He's a brilliant lawyer. Orengo has declared himself the people's president or the people's chairman of the party called ODM. His security has been withdrawn. His lawyers have written letters demanding this to be stopped and his security returned. What could be the end result if Orengo is shot dead or the thugs kill him? Will Siaya be in this issue? We went to the archives. My good crew, Vivian, went to the archives and started looking at, is this an only isolated matter or it has been there all this time? We will tell you, every politician's security has been withdrawn whenever the politics of the day are against that politician. We start with the big guys. Among the people whose security have been withdrawn, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, security was withdrawn and he had to get Akina Gaucho to defend him. He had to rush to court. One, to get security, the weapons that his children were in possession, and also his security to be enhanced. The security cut down equally went to Mama Ngina Kenyatta, and it was a public noise that was there. So the former head of state has faced this. We'll be looking also under his watch, how many people did he withdraw security from? In 2021, the deputy president then, Dr. William Ruto, the current president of the Republic of Kenya, the allied GSU team that was taking care of his security was withdrawn and APs were brought in. You remember the fiasco that we saw, quite a number of his tribesmen seated at his compound in Sugoi and in Karen that they are taking care of the deputy president. Today, President William Ruto is the one in charge of the security. What was done to him by Uhuru Kenyatta has reversed. Orengo is facing the same issue. Let us go to the list and we see who has faced this. We have Rigathi Gachagua. His security was withdrawn. Uhuru's security was withdrawn when Gachagua was the deputy president. That time, there was nothing wrong. But when Gachagua's security was withdrawn, Gachagua's team quarreled. The governor, Natembeya, his security was withdrawn. He had to rush to court to get back the security. Halwale Boni, his security was withdrawn. The courts had to reinstate back. Raila Odinga, the Doyen, Baba, his security was withdrawn and he had to use his private security to get the courts had to return Raila Odinga's security. Kalonzo Musyoka, a former vice president and a running mate to Raila Odinga, his security was withdrawn. Martha Karua, a former minister for justice under Kibaki regime, her security was withdrawn. The courts had to come in. The current Minister for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, that time he was a senator, he was affiliated to William Ruto's Mlengo wa William Ruto. his security was withdrawn. Kipchumba Murkomen, that time really made a lot of noise. Today, he's the Minister of Interior. He's withdrawing the security of other people. Has it gone to the judiciary? Yes. When Justice Lawrence Mugambi gave orders against the Inspector General of Police and the DIG AP, who was acting Inspector General of Police, his security was withdrawn, and it caused a lot of noise that a judge security can withdraw. The current Chief Justice, Murkomen, at one time, people woke up finding the Chief Justice making also noise that her security had been withdrawn. Imagine the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. We have Alice Wahome. That time, she was a member of the Tanga group. Today, she is the Minister for Lands. The court had to return this. We have Maina Wanjigi, the serious businessman, a political operative. His guns were confiscated. The court in Nyeri had to return his guns. Didmas Baraza, the MP for Kiminini, currently pursuing to be the governor of Bungoma, his guns were taken. So what is the law about Section 5, subsection 5 of the Firearms Act sets out the process for the revocation of a firearm license. It provides as follows. A licensing officer may at any time, by notice in writing, vary the conditions subject to which a firearm certificate is held, except such of them as may be prescribed, and may by the notice require the holder to deliver up the firearm certificate to him within 14 days from the date of the notice for the purpose of amending the conditions specified herein. Section 5(7) provides a firearm certificate may be revoked by a licensing officer if the licensing officer is satisfied that the holder is prohibited by or under this act from possessing a firearm to which the firearm certificate relates, or is of intemperate habits of unsound mind, or is otherwise unfit to be entrusted with a firearm, or B, the holder fails to comply with a notice under subsection 5 require him to deliver up the fire certificate. So for private firearm holders, one must be given a notice. The decision to revoke a firearm license is a fair administrative act that falls under Article 47. Number 2, what about the Orengo and the state security? The mandate of assessing the security risks of politicians and top people vests with the Inspector General of Police. He will assess and know who to give what security. By law, the courts have said it is mandatory to give security to our leaders. So, Wakili Orengo should go to court and the courts will return that security. From Court Helicopter, we give a warning to the Minister of Interior that withdrawal of security to a luminary, if that person is killed, if that person is hurt, we'll have a very, very, very big problem in this country. It is not the right decision to do. Let politicians differ. The right under Article 36, people under Article 38, and the right for people to air their political opinions is not in any way going to be curtailed by withdrawing firearms, by withdrawing security. It is a right and it is provided for under the Constitution and the law. We wish that Court helicopters' views will be captured by the Ministry of Interior, especially that Murkomen himself, at one time, his security was withdrawn. Wakili Dan Omari, always a pleasure bringing you what is the law. There is what people talk, but what is the law? Thank you.